This is 2 years with Brewers Edge mash and boil. When I purchased this, I purchased the no pump version for $299. Partly because I was on a budget, I purchased pump later on, and partly because I did not want an integrated pump, which sort of confines the pump to just this device or equipment, and I want to be able to have a little more mobility with that pump, so I want to be able to use the pump for other purposes also. So that said, after 2 years, I can't say that I'm disappointed with it. It's really good, and it sort of does what it does very well, with a few caveats. One, it only came with this lid, and for me to recirculate when I use my Blickman pump, Riptide, I couldn't get that hose through and clip it all together. So I went to the local brew store, purchased this, was readily available. It's right on here, and I put a little stopper with a hole in it and a hose going through it, and that way I can recirculate my mash. Another thing that really caused me troubles over the several brews I did is the design of this basket. It only has holes at the bottom, so sometimes, mostly because of my own error of pushing the grain bill beyond 16 pounds, I would get stuck mashes. Now really, even with the less than 16 pounds, when I set it up like this, it doesn't drain all on its own very fast. I actually have to take something and sort of like stir it to get that drainage going through. As opposed to the new anvil design, where they had put holes a little bit more on the bottom cylinder, so you have more drainage than just this one. But that said, I brewed about I don't know, 20 beers so far with it. Some came out as expected, some came out a little less than expected, but they're all good beers. I might not have liked some, but most people that tried them liked them. Other things I don't like about it: it's so far down here. I have to bend down here and see if there is something going on. And when there's an error, you'll be damned if you actually put it on the ground like this, because the reset button is at the bottom, right there. So in the middle of a boil, few times this errored, and very first time I had to wait for my wife to come home from somewhere, had her pick it up, or I pick it up and have her press that button at the bottom. And other times I set it up on a bunch of 4x4s with a gap in the middle, so I can actually reach down there and press it. Regardless, it's really a bad design for a reset button at the bottom of a heavy 5-gallon tank. So, but other than that, I really can't say very many negative things. Capacity wise, you know what you're getting. It's very well printed on their manual to stick to 16 pounds. I have been able to push it to taking about 20 pounds. I won't say it was an efficient mash, but it came out as it came out. What else would I have liked to see here? So a few other things I would like to see added to this would be a hop blocker of some kind, at least a way to put a little mesh or a dip tube of some kind that allows me to not pick up all the particles at the bottom. I did burn the bottom a few times, which caused the error, but it was painfully free to clean it up with some PBW. Other than that, like, you know, I would recommend anybody trying to get into the home brewing to get one, or if you have a few more bucks to spend, go get yourself an anvil version of this, which seems to be better. I have not tried it, I have not reviewed it. I plan to purchase one, but at the moment, just from the convenience standpoint of where the display is, where the buttons are, the bucket itself, the design of the bucket itself, and the higher 10-gallon capacity, all those are a little more lucrative to me at this moment. But I'm not parting with this one. I'm going to continue to brew with this one. In fact, I'm planning on doing an Imperial Stout by not mashing in the mashing boil, but in an SS Brewdeck 20-gallon mash tun, and then bringing it in here for the boil. I only have a 120 volt in my garage, and putting a 240 cost me $1,000. I'm cheap, so I'm stick with it.